Hello, hello. Hey, beautiful people. How's it going today? I hope well. Happy Tuesday. Today, I want to talk to you a little bit about fads and trends. More explicitly, I wanted to jump on today on Tuesday to talk to you about getting ready for the holiday season because there's no time like the present. Today, though, we're going to be talking about fads versus trends and the holiday season for everything homemade. So, welcome everyone. If you're here live, let me know if you're here, where you're from, where you're viewing from. If you're catching this on the replay, just pop in replay at the bottom in the comment section so that I know that you caught it on the replay. And thank you for being here and allowing me just a few moments of your time to let you in on a little bit of genius. Today, we're going to talk about fads and trends and how to integrate it into your holiday sales planning. So, with the holiday season right around the corner, it's impeccable that if you're a maker of any type, these little phrases hit home on a regular basis. So, for those of you who haven't seen me before, my name's Leesa. I'm your handmade coach. I teach creators how to take that H out of a hobby and turn it into a handmade business. Not any handmade business, though, one that grows organically into a multiple income legacy. I did say multiple income legacy. I wasn't always a full-time entrepreneur. I have a 30-year background in sales and marketing, both in the nonprofit industry and in the corporate arena. I have degrees in technical management, I have a degree in global marketing, and I have degrees in communications. Now, my part-time journey was multifaceted. I did a lot of different things, but in 2020, I found my calling and I founded two companies. I founded two companies kind of back to back, pretty close together, a virtual consulting company and a natural, organic, vegan, and skincare company. So today I'm a wife, I'm a mother, I'm a founder of Sustainable You. Sustainable You is the e-learning platform for all things handmade, for all my handmade entrepreneurs out there. Today, I'm going to be touching on fads and trends. So we're going to talk about what fads are, we're going to talk about what trends are, and how you can use both. We're going to link them both in your handmade business this holiday season. We're also going to talk about why it's important to start your prep today. Um, and for those of you who are kind of going back and forth and thinking this was a horrible year and you're not sure if today is the right time and maybe you're going to start next year on your business or anything, literally now is the right time. We'll talk about more of that later. Fads in general, let's get back to what we're talking about today, are short-lived. They have a lifespan of about one season. They're pretty much novelty driven. They're based on what's popular at the specific time, and there have been many fads over the last few decades. So to get you back in tune to thinking about what fads are, back in the 80s, we had hacky sacks, we had pet rocks, we had jelly shoes in every color, we had shoulder pads, and MC Hammer was out. So we had those infamous MC Hammer parachute pants. Moving forward in the 90s, we had scrunchies in our hair, we had flannel shirts, we wore overalls. Um, Almost everyone had a windbreaker, and almost everyone was wearing Doc Martens at one point or another. Now, trends tend to be interests that last longer than a fad. So they last about a year or so. And sometimes longer. And some of those trends for now bringing you into the present are mental health and wellness, self-care, virtual trainers and instructors over physical location learning, natural remedies over prescription drugs, home cooking, and extending our digital footprint to the expansion of, you guessed it, home businesses. Now, sometimes those fads turn into trends. So examples of some of those are skateboards and razors. Kids seem to want those year after year. The word cool never seems to go out of style. Hashtags doesn't seem like SEO was going away anytime soon. And the phrase keep calm, especially this year, right? So brand avatars. Brand avatar tends to be one as well. Your brand is geared directly to a brand avatar is when your brand is geared directly toward your ideal or target customer. So there's several ways your handmade business can integrate a fad or a trend. So I usually recommend a strategic approach so that you can kind of combine the both, so that it can work. For instance, when selling products relatable to a fad, you can consider making your products into small batches, kits of 3 or 4 items. Um, Make it a limited edition. Use the scarcity formula. You're probably wondering, what's the scarcity formula? The scarcity formula is when you create a sense of urgency with your avatar to buy now rather than later, because you only have so many in stock, right? You can tell them you only have 1 or 2. You can tell them it's a limited edition. You can tell them it's seasonal. You can tell them the item won't return after the season or after a specific date. The message here is that scarcity sells products like crazy, and it does. So you can also use scarcity to convert leads into sales, because everybody should know by now that stats say it takes a person 7 times or more to see a product. If you didn't know that, you know it now. People need to see your product 7 times before they buy. That doesn't mean they want to see the same ad 7 times. It means that you need to be strategically creative in how you put it out there. So this is a perfect opportunity to create urgency through promotions. You can talk about your seasonal offers. You can put out the deadlines on when you can buy these specific products. Um, Use the information on the popularity of what you're making and the demand for that item right now versus later. And you can then touch on selling your trend items. You could, for instance, highlight the product on your online store. You can do a feature cover story on the item or items ahead of time. You can make sure that you put it out there as much as possible in every direction, right? In multiple categories. You can make sure you're using the correct tags to describe your product. You can make sure that you've researched how your competition is describing the item so you can use the same words that they're using to rank high in the searches and use them yourself. Um, for instance, if your trending item is a moisturizer, you can consider selling it in a skincare kit as a standalone product. For normal, oily, or dry skin, you can highlight the item on the front page of your store and do a back-end story on what's in the product, how the product is used, the process you went through to make the product. Most importantly, it's going to take some time for you to build a relationship, to build the kits, about that specific product and organize your storefront. But I'm not saying to do all this at once. I'm saying each time you do a piece, that is one more time that eventually adds up to those 7 times that that person sees your product. So now is the best time to do that. Showcase your most popular items, highlight whether they're a trend or a fad in your features, and get your stock ready to rock out those sales this holiday season. So summarizing everything up here, fads are short-lived, like a season or 2. Trends last a little bit longer, like a year, sometimes longer. Scarcity works wonders for fads and sales. So it works both in fads and trends, but mostly for fads. Trends work well for long-term sales. So highlighting and spending more time educating your avatar will give it more of a chance to sell during the holidays. And prime your items for long-term and return sales. Most of all, getting started today on your holiday sales is what you should be focusing on. Making sure if you're going to be changing your tags, all that type of information needs to happen before October 1st to give you a leg up on the competition. I think that's about it. If you like this video, make sure you comment in the thread. If you're interested in more, let me know what you'd like to hear more about, what you'd like to learn more about. And oh yeah, I'm putting out the 2020 holiday guide for all my handmade entrepreneurs. It'll be dropping this Friday. So I'm only giving out a select few for free, and then the price goes up. So make sure that you're there to get yours for free. I'm not going to tell you what that magic number is. I'll tell you guys on Friday. It has lots and lots of goodies. It has basically the complete guide for your holiday season and setting up your shop for sales. So it's going to talk about the 2020 trends, the 2020 holiday fads, the color palette for 2020. It's going to talk about delivery schedules, holiday hashtags, it's going to have a holiday SEO planner in there. I'm going to talk to you about how to baby your tribe this holiday season to get more sales, more sales, and more sales, and how to take care of your customers. And I'm going to talk about on a sideline why being thankful is so important this season, and so much more. So happy sales, everybody. Until next time, stay beautiful, people. I'll talk to you real soon.